So what really is the solution to be able to do more with less? That's what I understand from the poll too, right? Is we want to be able to do more with less, right? Now, whenever we think about AI, a lot of regular conversation is, oh, I had to write this email, I wrote it through AI. I had to do this simple task and I had to do it over and over again, or I wanted to do this complex task and I didn't know how to do it, and I used AI to do it. So the idea is to be able to employ AI inside of your current workflow, right? I mean, when we talk about larger AI companies, and I speak in the community, think of yourself, when you look at AI, you can say, hey, this is a core AI company versus this is an AI enabled company. And what more and more businesses are becoming are more AI enabled businesses by using AI technology, right? So, I mean, an example of the speed at which AI is producing content. So a year and a half versus 150 years of content or of photography that's been produced. I mean, that is how fast we're going. And that's like an example of the capability that we can see. And also, there is this very standardized metric in the world of e-commerce and marketing is there is a quantity and quality function, which is you need high quantity with very high quality content to be able to get best conversions. A lot of companies we see will have very few images, although good quality, but not giving enough to the customer to give them that buying confidence. And that is where conversions go up when you have that optimal quantity and quality match. Now, a lot of our customers often tell us, like, Midjourney is a really, really popular AI platform. I've been an early user, and what we hear from them is we use it for inspiration, right? We'll create maybe 20 images and then say, yeah, that looks good. I want to be able to replicate something like that. And being able to do that is a little tough sometimes, but when companies look at AI, they're not looking at it as a production tool. They're looking at it as more inspiration and brainstorming, right? Now, the real value comes from being able to marry that inspiration and your production workflow. When you do that, that is where you can get all of the value by using AI and 3D coming together. And what we see is, even though you produce something using AI, you still want to be able to edit it. You want to be able to make it your own by changing certain elements of it. That's something that's not today very easily possible using AI. Yeah. Now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to now marry AI and 3D in a way where the AI tool set learns how to use our platform, produces beautiful content for you based on your product, and then you have the ability inside of a web interface to easily edit it in a few seconds so that it can be exactly what you want, right? So taking that variability of what a text prompt produces to being able to edit it, right? Now, Surbhi is going to show you guys an example of how her team currently uses AI inside of Imagine, and then is able to take that and produce content. And let's go, Surbhi, over to you.
Yep. Can you all see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. So the content you're going to see on this screen is all AI generated. So since Preet spoke about that we've already implemented AI on top of 3D technology. So everything you see here, for example, this product. So this is a 360 spin. Again, it's AI generated. So whenever you send us a 3D model and then we have it on our platform, you will automatically get something like this, which is built on iframe, and it's a shareable, comes with a shareable link, which can easily be embedded into your website on your product page. It comes with an experience of AR. So you will have a QR code, which you can scan, and then you can see this product in your real life setting. Again, this is a shareable link, which can be embedded into your website. All this is AI generated. So everything you see here is what you get on day one. and everything is customizable. All these silhouettes from 3 different camera angles. This is all AI generated along with some lifestyle images. So we feed prompts based on your product. So if it's an outdoor product, or if it goes in a bathroom or a kitchen, so we give prompts, and then automatically it picks a room from our library and drops your product. All these images are editable, but if you want to just simply download it and use it for your social media or for your website catalog, these are all high-res images. Along with a video. So it's a lot to get a video in place, like to shoot a panning video of your product, or to shoot a panning video of a lifestyle, fully set up lifestyle scene. So everything here is also AI generated. You have full control of choosing the right camera angle and even the speed of at which the camera pans. Along with a visualizer tool. So if you sell your products in multiple finishes, or you have your product in multiple fabric options, so we give you this iframe embedded link. And it's a great tool where if you want to showcase multiple fabrics on a frame, because it's a challenge for anybody to visualize a product in a different fabric by looking at a small swatch. So it's a great tool to have it on your website, and even for your sales reps. So you can change multiple components of a same object. Now I would want to show you how you can edit these images. So if you click on a simple edit icon, let me just share the other screen. So when you click on the edit icon, you get inside this 3D space. So this is a 3D room scene. And this is just an edit mode. This is not the final quality. And for example, you want to change this planter. So you click on a product, you click on replace prop. We have thousands of assets that you need to dress up a room. That will automatically show up all the plant options. So for example, you click this plant, it just replaces the product. You have the capability to even scale down any object. And now if you want to, let's say, change the finish on the wall, so from going to stucco to applying a wallpaper, or even having like a brick texture, it's just a one-click job. So you have full control over your lifestyle scene, or even a silhouette. You can change camera angles. So you do not have to relay that information to a CGI agency or even to a photographer. You have all the controls within your own organization. And the best part is the turnaround time for the images to come back. So you click on the create image icon. You have the flexibility to decide the resolution here, even the format you want your image in, like JPEG, PNG, or TIFF. You name the file and hit on create image. So it takes anywhere between 10 minutes to 40 minutes for a render to come back. And all this content is shareable within your own organization. So you can share this image with your manager or with your colleagues, and they can put feedback on it. You can create collections over the platform. So this is how it goes. I should be getting the render anytime soon. Let me see if I already got one. In the meanwhile, Preet, you can talk about it, and then we can share the render.
Yeah, pass it back to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send it over to you, Preet.
Okay.
So this is super easy to edit your own content. If you can drop your product in, let's say, 5 different room scenes, you want to make your product look more versatile. So you can have it in a living room or even in an outdoor setup. We have like hundreds of room templates that you can pick from and edit those room templates as well.
Yeah. So the idea is that once AI generates something from you for you, how easy can it be to go in and edit it, right? How can you have full control over it? Because as a brand, that becomes more and more important because your visual content is what separates you from your competition or from all the noise in the market, right? So that's very important. We take that very seriously. The next part of this is, a lot of our customers say, hey, I love the AI part. I love the fact that we're getting automatically generated content that we can edit. Is there a way that you can ingest our brand guidelines, right? Now, AI is something that's work in progress for us. We've been working on it and we're going to continue to work on it. So one of the next pieces of the puzzle that we're solving for is how can AI really learn what your brand language is? Is it a brand presentation? Is it looking at your social media content? Is it looking at a catalog of your content over the past 5 years? So we're currently designing that part of our platform where we can ingest your data and then it would produce brand relevant content for all platforms, right? So we're trying to go, hey, how can we make it more personalized and relevant to you? At the same time, how can we make it more distributable so that you automatically get content for Instagram, TikTok, Wayfair, Amazon, Overstock with all the standards maintained and backed by research of what converts on which platform. So we spend a lot of time in understanding what sells, what converts better on Wayfair versus Amazon versus say All Modern or say Instagram, right? And the different resolutions and the ways of presenting it. So that is the second part that we're working on. Now, again, the idea is that most companies today that we speak with sell on over 5 platforms, right? And those 5+ platforms are only going to grow as you can produce more content that's specific to those platforms, you will be able to open up more channels for your sales. And we want to be able to make it easy for you so that tomorrow thinking about selling on Instagram or selling over another platform should not sound like a nightmare. It should be like, yep, I got everything. I'm going to hit a button. I get all my content, and now I can run with it. So what is it that we're trying to do, right? So in a 3D platform, what we see is one of the biggest challenges is the 3D modeling timeline or the amount of effort it takes to generate 3D models. Some of you may already have them, which is great. We can ingest. But a lot of our customers come to us and say, hey, can you also model those products for us? So that's where we're really working hard as well. A, getting your brand guidelines in, but also how can we really automate the 3D model creation process, right? Now, we talk a lot about the image on image concept where, you can take a room or an image that you purchase somewhere. This is an internal prototype of how our team uses it. And you can place your product in there. And when that happens, like you'll see, when you're doing it on Photoshop, the shadows are wrong, the lights are wrong, nothing matches. And now we're able to hit a button. And then what it does is it generates realistic content of it with the shadows, with all the different variations. This is just a small example of how fast we can turn things around, right? Now, at the same time, you can then add negative prompts, positive prompts of how you want it to be. Hey, I want my background to look more daylight or nighttime, or, I want a more New York skyline or a condo in, say, with a beach view in Florida. So you can get pretty specific with it. And that's the beauty of the platform. To show you another example, what we did is we took an image of a product from our platform, and then we fed that to AI along with a product as well as a background image, and we asked it to create variations for us. And about a minute and a half, it generates beautiful variations that you can further iterate on, right? Now, this is just a very simple example of how this whole piece works.